Hello there, I'm Sarah Hall, and this is your full moon reading with spiritual guidance for July 16th through the 30th, 2019. And wow, has the month of July been a powerful journey of big energetic changes already. We're now about midway through this portal of energy that has been created by this season's eclipses. And now we're gearing up to receive the powerful gifts of this full moon partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn. This full moon is here to deepen the lessons that began for you around our recent new moon solar eclipse. And now we're being presented with a powerful opportunity to confront great truth. You see, from an astrological view, this full moon is receiving a lot of influence from Pluto. Pluto is the great revealer. It represents the dark night before the rebirth of the light. It brings forth a deep purging, releasing, and clearing so that we can access buried power or core truths. We are confronting an energy in our lives now that is all about creative, or we could call it benevolent, destruction. This protective, healing, destructive power is designed to help us clear out blockages, compulsive behaviors, ego-based patterns, and limited perspectives so that we can create in our divine life's purpose, unhindered by fear or illusions. Now, when we face these kinds of deep, egoic root systems within our shadow, for many of us, it can often signify what might feel like an extended ordeal, a seeming crisis, or a kind of dark night of the soul. This is totally normal, and according to the angels, it is actually a sign of powerful growth opportunity. Know that during this period, it's totally normal to experience strong emotional reactions, to become aware of or perhaps even notice yourself engaging in power struggles, or to powerfully confront the unconscious behaviors and beliefs within you that were causing you to experience limits in your life. Though these truths might be painful to bring to light, or rather into your full awareness and understanding, remember that this process is good for you. It is exactly what you need now in order to level up to your highest potential for success and well-being. And remember, the angels are saying that your personal leveling up to a more honest, authentic, wholly mindful, responsible, empowered, and aware perspective is the literal rebirth of those standards in the whole of the human collective. The birth pangs of truth within you, in other words, are the building blocks of a new consciousness for the whole. Now, lunar eclipses bring unique energy because they focus attention on your emotions, also intimate relationships, home, and family. These are, for many of us, core contributors to our sense of both identity and support in life. And since our true divine identity and support is God, these aspects of our lives actually represent extensions of our relationship with God or Source or whatever you prefer to call it. For example, our emotions are like our divine compass. They are designed to always point us back to oneness with Source. When we feel good, we are steering ourselves in the direction of oneness and love. When we feel badly, it is a sign that there is something reinforcing a state of fear or separation. However, at this time, the angels are guiding you not to act impulsively on your emotions. This is not a time to reinforce compulsive, unconscious behavior that keeps the root of those emotions hidden from your awareness. Rather, this is a time to practice breathing through our emotions with patience and mindfulness. If you're one who stuffed down emotions or avoided uncomfortable feelings in the past, then now, perhaps, is your time to get comfortable with facing, observing, and breathing through those feelings. As you observe the complex myriad of emotions that move through you, you can ask the wise, knowing, inner part of you to show you anything that you'd like to know about it. You can ask, for example, where is this emotion coming from? Why have I been holding on to perhaps this old, buried feeling? And your inner self will answer. And if you call on the angels, they too will help you gain deeper understanding so that you know how to read your emotional compass and to use it consciously to help you navigate towards the life that expresses your soul's unique passion for unity with the Creator of all. Now, our relationships, as we said, are also taking a spotlight during this moon cycle, especially our most core, formative, or supporting relationships in life. You see, as human beings, we have the power to be beautifully autonomous, and yet there are certain needs we have as human beings that can only be fulfilled by other human beings. We are a species designed for social connections and intimate bonding. This is our nature because from a soul perspective, relationships are our most powerful spaces for spiritual discovery and evolution. Since we are individuals who are now leveling up in authenticity and purging out our limits, our relationships are being called to do the same thing so that we can function together in support of our highest collective needs. Experiment with taking a balanced, perhaps even impartial if you can, look at your relationships. Spend time examining your partner's needs and feelings. Communicate openly about what those needs and feelings are. Before you react, take time to truly let others' perspectives sink in. You'll be more in touch with your own needs and highest intentions, and perhaps so too will your partner. And so now you'll have this opportunity to clearly unmask any imbalances that had previously been causing any undercurrent of disharmony. Spirit is guiding you to upgrade your contracts and commitments in your relationships, wherein you now have the chance to redefine boundaries, intimacy, communication patterns, and shared responsibilities. This is a good thing because it is all occurring in the interest of your practicing how to function with better teamwork in the new consciousness that you're birthing within yourself. We know that this can be hard work, but the angels want you to know that you are being guided every step of the way and that the results are very worth it because you are now uniquely positioned in your perspective to choose and create a clearer, more holistic support system around your life and its purpose than ever before. For many of us, this second half of the eclipse season will create powerful opportunities to heal old wounds. Know that if you find yourself facing any feelings of aloneness on this path, that in divine truth you are never alone in this holy work. Your spirit guides and angels are with you more closely than ever before and would love to provide you with all of the hope, optimism, and support and the signs, the messages that you need now. All you need to do to access this support is simply to reach out for it. Ask, either silently or out loud or by writing it down, and your guides will rush to your side to send you what your soul needs most. Your guides are helping you to also stand up for yourself, your values, and to claim your self-empowerment now, especially in the face of any fears or challenges that might seem to stand in your way. You can dissolve these challenges, they want you to know, with your faith, hope, truth, and empowered action steps now. The collective is working to, you see, purge out oppression, that exists as a result of unconscious collective trauma. So don't worry if you see a lot of seeming darkness crawling out from the woodwork. In truth, it is being exposed to light, being made aware of, purged, and offered to the higher mind that works through all of humanity so that we can envision a better way. Now, the last major theme that the angels would like to highlight for us today is that any spiritual service work that you feel inspired to do at this time will have a powerful effect on the world. Selfless giving, efforts to teach, heal, and share light are acts that have the power to be magnified many times over in this current energy, and also to be done in balance with your own needs. So if you feel called to bring light into the world, and no matter how seemingly big or small a form, just do it. The universe is supporting you and helping you to bring that light and to wrap it around the whole world. And again, to do so in balance with what you need to. Let's go to our cards now for some further guidance. Today I am working with the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And our first card is All Tied Up. All Tied Up. So when this kind of card appears, it is here as a sign that there are things being revealed to you in your life, whether inner patterns or outer circumstances, that have been limiting you. You are here now at this chapter of life to see and fully understand those things. And the greater message behind all of it, according to the angels, the core of what they want you to know from this card, is that all of us are responsible for the limits that we experience. Yes, that's true. No matter what you might think, all of us, based on the beliefs that we hold, the relationships that we maintain with ourselves and the outer world, all of us are responsible for the seeming limits that appear in our lives. In other words, we have unconsciously perhaps chosen them, created them, manifested them in some way. And the angels know that confronting this truth on whatever specific limits you might hold and the root cause of why you hold them might be painful. That might be something that is really hard to take a look at. But this is a really good thing. The angels want to remind you that this is actually one of the most empowering moments of your life, that you have the opportunity to step it up and to gain a whole new kind of clarity and perspective. Because as soon as you become aware of any areas in which you're holding yourself back, you cannot then ignore that you also have the power to get rid of those limits. If you are keeping yourself tied at the wrists in some way, you cannot ignore now, oh, I see what's tying me, and I've got the ability to just pull it off. That becomes very evident and very true and very strong in your psyche. So truly we are shedding out old limits in a very, very big way. And especially through the first part of this moon cycle, the angels will be helping you to see the roots of that. They'll help you to understand where perhaps previous lifetimes, childhood conditioning, or even past traumas or fear-based experiences had contributed to your forming those relationships with these limits. You have prayed for this, the angels are saying. You have prayed to get to the next level in your life. You have prayed to manifest beautiful results, to make your dreams come true. And these experiences that you're attracting now are the answer to those prayers, they want us to know. This is the empowerment. This is the process of all that pressure that is put on the rough carbon stone to make it into a diamond. And you can do this. You're fully qualified to go through this healing. You are fully strong enough, wise enough, aware enough, and ready enough to face these things and to move forward fearlessly. So look at what you see in the mirror, whether it's the mirror of the circumstances you find yourself in, the emotions you find moving through you constantly, or whether through the relationships that you see, which is a very powerful mirror. Face what you see. Own your part in what you have created. And be willing to let those things go. Be willing to erode and let go of the ego. Be willing to let it smash into 1,000 pieces if it has to. Because you can trust that you're being recreated in a form that more closely resembles, the angels are saying, your original God-given power. Let's see what our second card has to say. We have the woman holding a heart. The woman holding a heart. So this card has a very, very tender and loving message in it. Whenever we see this card appear, it is a sign that there is great heart healing going on, that there is great emotional support being delivered and rushed to you at this time. It represents being deeply in touch with your emotions as well. You see this idea of the woman holding the heart. The angels are saying it represents you holding your own heart or holding your own emotional center such that you're listening to it. You're in tune with every flutter that it makes, every emotional change that comes through you. And again, you're learning how to read your own emotional compass. Not by getting reactionary with your emotions, not by treating the emotions as if they are suddenly this little discomfort is the fact of my life and I need to rush in and burn everything to the ground. No, the approach now is to observe your emotions and to see where they are leading you, to see what winds of change they might bring. Sort of like being in a storm at sea. Just because there are clouds doesn't mean the sun's never going to shine again. They're changing. But the winds of those change might carry you somewhere, or maybe might simply make you a better, more skilled captain of your ship. More knowledgeable, perhaps. Stronger, perhaps. So embrace your emotions this moon cycle. And the angels are saying to also create a cocoon of peace around your emotions. So if you're feeling highly emotionally sensitive on a particular day, do whatever it is you need to fulfill your emotions, to support them. If you need to take some time out and rest, go ahead and do that. Retreat. If you need to take some time with a therapist or a healer, do that. If you need time with a trusted friend, go ahead and do that. Listen to your heart and practice getting in touch with exactly what you need and answering those needs instantly. And you will be upgrading your relationship with yourself in such a way that will help usher you in to this new consciousness and this new life on earth that the angels are helping you to birth for yourself as a part of you bringing your dreams to life. So this will be very good for you. Very good for you. And it's safe to feel whatever feelings you have. They're adding, if you find yourself feeling emotions that make you feel vulnerable, uncomfortable, or emotions that maybe hadn't surfaced since you were a little child, that's okay. It's okay. Get comfortable with them. And you can even tell yourself the following little reminder. I accept these feelings that I'm having. It's safe for me to have these feelings, so I'm allowing them to come through me. I won't resist them at all. I won't rail against them. I feel them. And if tears need to fall, so be it. If a moment of anger needs to release through you, so be it. Remember, you're purging these things so that you can get in better tune with yourself and find a way to be unlimited and whole and fully alive. This is your empowerment. The angels are adding in that there might be some natural soul retrieval going on in your life right now. Soul retrieval is the process by which we find little pieces of ourselves that in the past, by way of traumas or difficulties, may have scattered off of us, may have retreated out of fear or out of the need to step back from trauma. If you want to learn more about soul retrieval, I will leave a link to that video in the description below, and I will also leave a link to it right up here for you if you click the little eye icon. This is something that can happen naturally, the angels are saying, by way of spiritual work that you might find yourself doing, whether it's meditation, shamanic journey, which is the most powerful way often to come about the experience of soul retrieval, or even in your dreams while you are sleeping. Spirit is doing a lot of work with you, so your angels might really help you in those deep subconscious moments when you're engaging with the spiritual part of your psyche to reconfront these little pieces of self and re-empower through this, again, emotional discovery that's going on. So embrace that. Let's see what our third and final card has to say. We have the fourth chakra card with Archangel Raphael. Fourth chakra with Archangel Raphael. Wow, what a powerful message this is. As many of you know, Archangel Raphael is the divine healer, the healer of God. This represents that there is great healing coming to you at the level of the heart, which is the fourth chakra. This is such an amazing synchronicity because we had one heart chakra card after the next, telling us that essentially the result of all of this deep inner work that you're going through is wholeness and healing. This is the card that's essentially telling you that there is a light at the end of this long night, or the end of this tunnel kind of thing. That yes, you're going to this deep dive right now of self-discovery, wherein there might be some murky parts that make you not feel so sure about yourself, that might take you to uncharted territory or challenging territory. But this journey is one in which you are assured to be led to an outcome that is perfect, that helps to make your heart feel more whole, to be more whole. And Archangel Raphael, I'm hearing him add, he says, when human beings refer to, and he says this is a darling concept that comes through in our languages, when we refer to the idea of having a whole heart or feeling whole again, he says what we're really referring to, though we may not really know it, is wholeness or unity with God, with Source, with the source of this universe. So that is the wholeness that you are experiencing, that you're journeying towards right now, by removing any of the things that, through whatever challenges you've experienced on your path, maybe made it seem like you were being kept apart from that wholeness, that unity, and that pure love, which in turn is also your empowerment, your ability to create whatever it is you'd like in this world. Archangel Raphael is with you, along with a huge host of healers. I'm feeling this enormous angelic and ascended master host of healing beings. I'm even feeling the fairies coming in, elemental spirits coming in. So they want you to know that there are healing teams that are just surrounding the planet right now with incredible attentiveness and love, and that you have access to them right now. They're likely working with you already through this whole process, and you can deepen your connection with them and the benefits that you receive from the healing going on in your life right now by calling on them. Call on Raphael if you feel aligned with him. If you want more healers around you, say, Raphael, assign me more healers. And you'll start to see little signs that they are with you. Also, he's reminding me again, will work with you a lot during your sleep. He says that your sleep is a wonderful plane through which these beings have the ability to access you very clearly. So increase the amount of sleep that you are getting if you're feeling guided to do so. But also he says add in a little bit more quiet, retreat, meditative, restful time as well. Because anytime when you're interacting in that way with your waking psyche, that too is a moment where you're very highly receptive to the healing that is coming in. And thereby you might notice little revelations of new truths or new belief systems, new support systems, upgraded support systems that are going to be programmed into your life. Remember, this is all about you getting back in touch with you and you becoming more fully supported with love, with all of the healing and the tools that you could ever ask for to make the life of your dreams come true now. So trust this process, my dear one. Thank you so much for tuning in, liking, commenting, and subscribing. It is my honor to be connected with you as always. And if you'd like to keep in touch via social media, you'll find the links in the description below, where you'll also find the link to my website, sarahhall.com, if you would like to sign up for a reading or a healing with me. And if you'd like to spend more time with me and the angels this moon cycle, you can join us on Wednesday, July 17th for Angel Hour. This is a radio show dedicated to giving you all free angel readings. And you can join me on Thursday, July 18th for Through the Eyes of the Angels, which will be the live airing of my monthly podcast, in which I'll be sharing channeled messages on the spiritual gifts of empaths, which I know many of you who are watching are. All of the links to tune into those events are below for you, and I cannot wait to connect. Have a beautiful day, and know until we meet again that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!